Even though Pasha the lioness was using contraception, she found herself unexpectedly expecting. However, her enigmatic pregnancy was not the most astounding occurrence that left everyone astonished. Pasha, very tired and not feeling strong, had just become a mom to two lovely cubs after a very long and tough birth. The people at the Lion and Cheetah Park near Harare, Zimbabwe, were extremely happy when they saw the difficult birth. They were worried about Pasha's safety at one point when they saw her taking care of her cubs. They couldn't believe how amazing what she did was. After witnessing the challenging birth, the park workers knew Pasha couldn't go through it again. They gave her a contraceptive pill to prevent more pregnancies, a common practice in wildlife sanctuaries. They wanted to protect her health, as her previous pregnancy had been very risky. Things seemed normal after the pill. Pasha introduced her cubs to the pride, and they all got along well. Her cubs grew into strong young lions. Pasha seemed fine in the pride. It appeared like everything was fine, but there was a hidden problem brewing beneath the surface. Just a few months after Pasha got the contraceptive pill, the vet and park staff were all gathered around her again. But this time, they looked really surprised and couldn't believe what had happened. Something unbelievable had occurred. Pasha was pregnant again, even though she was taking birth control pills. Everyone was shocked and confused, and they were trying to figure out how this could have happened. This news made everyone in the park really curious and worried. They wondered how Pasha could get pregnant when they were trying to prevent it. It was a big mystery, and the staff was very confused, looking for answers. To be sure that Pasha was really pregnant, the vet did a lot of tests and checks, and it was clear that she was going to have more cubs. The park staff was so puzzled that they even asked experts in wildlife contraception for help. They tried really hard to understand why the birth control pill didn't work, but they couldn't find an answer. With no other choice, the workers committed themselves to taking care of the pregnant lioness Pasha. As her due date got closer, their top priority was making sure she was safe and healthy. They watched her health carefully, looking out for any changes or signs that something might be wrong. They gave her a good and nutritious diet to support her during this important time. The workers got ready and formed a team, ready to help Pasha whenever she needed it. Despite feeling shocked and confused, their focus was on giving Pasha and her upcoming cubs the best care possible. They stayed hopeful and were prepared for whatever challenges might come with these unexpected events. Finally, the day they had been waiting for arrived, and Pasha, the expecting mom, went into labor. The workers at the park watched with excitement and a little worry as she showed natural behaviors that meant her cubs would be coming soon. As time passed, they got more anxious and kept a close eye on her progress, ready to step in if needed. At last, the first cub was born, a tiny and precious addition to the pride. Witnessing the miracle of life unfolding before their eyes, the workers collectively sighed with relief. But the surprises didn't end there. Another cub emerged, and then yet another, until Pasha gave birth to 8 cubs. This extraordinary brood defied all expectations and set a world record, leaving everyone in disbelief. Pasha's incredible feat of giving birth to 8 cubs in a single litter spread like wildfire through the wildlife community, shocking experts and enthusiasts alike. It was unprecedented, especially considering it happened despite her being on a contraceptive pill. Pasha's story became even more astonishing, capturing the hearts of people worldwide as they marveled at the strength and resilience of this remarkable lioness. The head of scientific services for Zimbabwe's Park Authority, Hilary Matsukanda, confirmed the extraordinary occurrence of Pasha's birth and rightfully labeled it as a world record in the history of lions worldwide. Such a large litter had never been documented before. Traditionally, lionesses give birth to 2 cubs per litter, with 4 considered exceptionally lucky. Yet, against all odds and despite her rough birthing history, Pasha shattered these norms, showcasing that nature can defy even the most established expectations. The decision to give Pasha a contraceptive pill to control her breeding had good intentions, but things didn't go as planned. Pasha's incredible achievement of giving birth to 8 cubs became a big deal worldwide, surpassing a previous record set in China. People from all over the world were amazed and admired her. But even with all the excitement, the most important thing was the well-being of Pasha and her cubs. Pasha was weak after giving birth multiple times, so the caretakers took special care of her and her cubs. They gave her a good diet with high-quality meat full of vitamins and minerals. She got several meals every day to give her strength back, and they always make sure she had fresh water to stay hydrated. The caretakers at the park were very devoted to Pasha and her extraordinary cubs. They wanted to make sure they would thrive in the wild in the future. They faced a challenge in separating the tiny cubs from their recovering mom, so they had to feed them with bottles to make sure they got the food they needed to survive. Among Pasha's 8 cubs, 3 were very small and fragile. To protect them, the caretakers put them in intensive care, where they got special attention and were watched all the time. They were fed a lot to help them grow. One of these cubs had a really tough time. Despite all the care, it stayed small and weak, and sometimes it was hard to tell if it was still alive. While the other 2 cubs got better, this one got worse. The caretakers were almost losing hope when suddenly it started getting better. Miraculously, this happened around the same time that Pasha got stronger. It was really amazing and left everyone in awe. The caretakers' hard work paid off, and both Pasha and her tiny cub defied the odds. This made everyone at the park admire and respect them even more. This experience made the bond between the staff and Pasha and her cubs even stronger. They felt a deep responsibility to make sure they stayed healthy and happy. The special connection between Pasha and her tiny cub was so strong that they seemed to get better together. It was the start of good things for this amazing family. Pasha and her 3 small cubs got a lot of care, and the other lions in the pride weren't forgotten either. The staff took care of them separately to make sure they were okay. They knew how important it was for the cubs to have motherly care and food, so they acted like surrogate mothers. They fed the cubs with bottles just like their real moms would have every time they woke up. This was to give the tiny cubs the right food they needed to grow and be healthy. But the staff didn't stop there. They knew the cubs needed a lot of milk and warmth to keep growing. They had a strict schedule for feeding and made sure the cubs got enough formula milk regularly. They did all this with great care, making sure the cubs had everything they needed to become strong and healthy. As the staff took care of the cubs, something special happened at the park. The staff and the cubs became like a family, which was unexpected but heartwarming. This made the connection between the workers and the lions even stronger. The park felt like a loving and caring home for everyone there. They went through a journey of growth and recovery together, and they cherished the moments that made them feel like one big, extraordinary family. The image of these caretakers lovingly looking after Pasha's special cubs showed how strong the bond between humans and animals can be. The staff's dedication to the well-being of the cubs showed how important it is to take care of the animals in the park. The people who run the park thought a lot about when to tell everyone about Pasha's big news. They wanted to be ready because they knew a lot of people would be really interested. When they finally told everyone, Pasha's story amazed both scientists and regular people. It reminded everyone that nature can surprise us in ways we don't understand. The news about Pasha having a record-breaking number of cubs spread really quickly. The lion and cheetah park became a really exciting place, and lots of people came to see the amazing lioness and her special cubs. People were amazed and talked about it a lot. When visitors left the park, they took special memories with them. They realized how amazing nature is. Pasha's story inspired everyone who heard it, and it left a lasting impact on those who saw this rare and beautiful display of life's wonders. The strong bond between the park workers and the lion pride showed how much people care about animals. It reminded us of our responsibility to protect and take care of the precious wildlife in our world. What do you think of this incredible story? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you.